Hi, I have a quick question. One of my project partners asked if we could send her the data in Excel, but we're using SPSS. Is that possible?
Yes, it is. And it actually happens quite often. Sometimes people on your team don't have an SPSS license but still need the data.
Okay, that makes sense. But I've never exported SPSS data before. Is it complicated?
Not at all. In this short tutorial, I'll show you exactly how to export your SPSS dataset to Excel step by step. Let's get started. I've opened an SPSS dataset. For each person, we've recorded the type of intervention, diabetes diagnosis, age, height, and weight, both before and after the intervention. The variable weight before is labeled weight 0 and weight after is labeled weight 1. Before exporting data to Excel, it's important to check whether any variables have been coded with value labels. You can do this by clicking on the value labels icon in the toolbar. Here we can see that the variables intervention and diabetes diagnosis are coded. This is important to keep in mind when exporting, as Excel will display the numeric codes unless value labels are activated. To export your file, go to the File menu, then click Save As. From there, choose the file type Excel *.xlsx. Select a location on your computer and enter a file name. If you'd like to export the value labels instead of the coded values to Excel, make sure to check the box at the bottom labeled Save value labels where defined instead of data values. If this box is not selected, only the numeric codes will be exported. In that case, the Excel file would be hard to interpret without an external codebook. But if you check this box, the labels will be exported instead, making the data much easier to read. Once you've made your selection, and if you want to export all variables from the SPSS file, simply click the Save button on the right. Your Excel file will then be created. However, in many cases, you might not want to export all variables to Excel. Let's say we only want to export the data collected before the intervention, which means the variable weight 1, weight after intervention, should be excluded. To select specific variables, click the Variables button on the right side. A list of all variables will appear. Now simply uncheck the box next to weight 1 so that this variable is not included in the Excel export. Then click Continue and finally click the Save button on the right. That's it. Your Excel file will now be generated with only the variables you selected. Now let's switch over to Excel and take a look at the exported file. Everything looks great and we can be very satisfied with the result.
So, exporting SPSS data to Excel isn't that hard after all.
Exactly. Just don't forget to check for coded variables.
Right. Either export the labels or include a codebook.
Perfect. Now it's your turn. Try exporting your own data and see how it works.
Will do. I'm excited to get started.